Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome to Coffee with Creatives.
Hi, good morning. How's everyone out there? My name is Tara Bratz. I'm an interior designer.
And I am Rebecca Bertoldi, your friend in all things marketing. And yeah, we've got a fun show today, I think, anyway. And I have to say that one of the best things about today is that the sun is shining.
That
We
is for
haven't had a
sure.
lot of it. Yeah. So, so we're gonna kick off with our coffee mugs. Tara, you wanna start?
Sure. I just have my decorative black and white mug.
It's funny.
Makes
I
me
was
happy.
talking to another interior designer, and she went with colors or black and white for her brand because she said that her clients add the color, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, my logo is black and white as well.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Today I am rocking my Niagara Falls mug. Definitely need to
Oh,
make a trip up there again because, man, when you sit next to the falls, it's like such a like you can just feel the water, and it's for me it's very calming. I get very calmed by the ocean and by water in general.
I do too. It's
Yeah.
just something about being by the shore or water.
Hmm. Absolutely. All right, you guys, we have some fun stuff to share with you. I want to tell you guys a quick story about last Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. No, it was the Thursday before. I forgot we took Memorial Day off. And we went up, Kyle and I went up to a comedy show in Massachusetts, and we saw Tom Segura. And I've been following Tom Segura forever. He's a very funny guy. So Kyle's like, let's go get some t-shirts. So he picks out one that I liked, but I don't want to get the same t-shirt as him. We're not that kind of married couple. Um, so I went with this one, right? It seemed like, of all the ones that were there, it seemed the one I would most likely wear.
Hmm.
So Kyle pays for it. They give us the shirts. I realized the shirt size I asked for, it was a size bigger. So I went to give it back. There was another guy next to me in line, and he points over to the one that I had just picked out and said, "Can I have the Pornhub shirt?" And I was like, "What?" So I looked at Kyle and I'm like, "Why is he saying it's a Pornhub shirt?" He's like, "That's the Pornhub logo." And I was like, "Well, I didn't know that." So apparently, this shirt is the
There it
Pornhub
is.
Tom Segura shirt.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I was like, "How was I supposed to know that? And why didn't you say something?" He's like, "I thought it was hilarious." I was like, "Great, okay."
That's great.
Yeah. So that was our date night, and we found the cute little place to eat beforehand. I had like the best salad. I wish I remembered the name of the place, but it was like the best salad ever. So much texture
Oh,
and crunchy things in there. I love it when they do that.
yeah, makes a good salad.
Yeah. So it was overall it was a really great night. He got us front row seats, so I wasn't like
Nice.
I was allowed to move my feet, which was amazing. Yeah, it was all good.
That's great.
Yeah. How about you? What's going on in your end?
So I went up to New Hampshire. I spent a couple days up there with my friend Ken Foster, and we had a really nice time. First, I went up and saw Foster for a bit, and had lunch with him on his balcony. Got to see his new apartment, getting to see your kids grow, and you know, just have an apartment of their own space. It's funny though because he was asking me design tips, and I was like, "You definitely need pictures on your wall." He says, "Well, when I get my house, you can help me with that." He doesn't want to put any holes in the walls, which I understand, but
Yeah.
a design aspect was kind of at one height. But his sofa was camel color leather, so I have to say he kind of picked up from where I guess, my art design and living with me for all these years.
Nice. And I
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
it was
ask
good.
you if you were like looking around and your design brain was like, no, we got to change all of this.
Yeah, well, he already told me he moved the furniture around, so he's already been doing that. And then it's just mostly pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but he plans on getting a house next year, so hopefully that comes, into his journey and his future there for next year planning. But yeah, he's doing really well, so I'm very proud of him and doing good. And then I moved on to see Kelly, who is
Nice.
one of my close friends. We met at Mohegan as long ago, and we still remain friends. And I got to spend time with her and her family. So she lives about an hour from Foster, so it was nice and spend time with her grandson, get away, and do some fun things with her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know we've both been super busy, so getting away has been a little tough. So I'm glad you had that opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes it's challenging to find that one opportunity, that window of being
Mm-hmm.
able to just go do and be present and have fun. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it wasn't too far away. It's a good trip.
Yeah. Hey, all it takes is a little bit, just a change in scenery,
It's
usually
so
goes a long way.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It was good. See mountains, and we're
Awesome.
not used to seeing a lot of big mountains. She has a big, huge one in the back of our yard, so it's interesting to see.
Nice.
Or girl, I love the water and the open scenery, landscaping. So you're either a mountain person or shore water, or you could find both, I suppose, with lakes, right?
Well, I was gonna say California. So whenever we make your trip out there in the San
I can't
Francisco Bay
wait.
Area, yeah, I mean they have, miles and miles and miles of shoreline, and a lot of it is behind big mountains, or like
Wow.
like you have to go through the mountain to get to the ocean. So there, you could be in California and have people at the beach, and then at the top of the mountain it's snowing. Like it's crazy.
That's pretty neat. I can't wait to go with you. We're going to have such a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so what else has been going on? I have so much more stuff from Maria's Treasures. We have to make a trip back there. I have been going through like everything I own, and I came to a different realization this year. Yet this weekend I got my summer clothes out, and I have a bin for winter and a bin for summer. And I'm going through them, and I was thinking like, okay, this is the third time I've left this particular piece of clothing in the bin because I'm not wearing it. Why is it still here? Like, why do I still need this? So I was just like, whatever I'm not going to wear, whatever isn't fitting right now that, maybe I want it to fit, but I don't even know if I'm going to wear it anyway. All of that had to go. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I have several piles myself, so we'll have to head back there for sure. But it's always neat to walk in there because you never know what you're going to find.
I know.
It's always changing.
Yeah. So definitely a lot there. We have a siding project going on at our house. I cannot wait to show you the before and afters. They're going to be like, it's night and day. And they haven't even, like, it was night and day with them just putting up the barrier, the moisture barrier. Like, it was like just taking that old siding down was the best.
Yeah. That's great.
So, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I should be able to show you guys that next week. So that will be good. We went
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Quick question. So when they come over to look at your house, if there's any rotted wood, do you have to hire somebody first, or do they do both?
They are, so good question, because they are finding rotted wood. as they go. So they are fixing it as they go, though. Of course, they're
Okay.
putting change orders in to the project.
Sure.
And one thing because we had taken out, we went through it like a loan with the siding company to cover what our home equity line didn't. And I asked them, I said, can we just adjust that? You know, because apparently like they approved us for way more and we didn't take all of it. So they think they can actually adjust it to include those changes in, because there's about $3,500 in changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I was wondering how that process, how they went about that, because I would assume, I have my barn that has it's really nice inside, but I want to be able to create, a different space for myself as far as having my office there and storage on property. But there's a lot of rotted wood on the outside. So
Right.
just curious how they went
Yeah.
about that.
And I don't know if you have like gutters on the barn, like something that's keeping the water away.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have gutters. I have actually just put a new roof on in gutters, but the siding needs a little TLC and needs paint. So I
Yeah.
want to give it that black and white look, that I have it all designed in my head. It just has to
Yeah.
move
So
forward with
I
it.
wonder if you get the siding done, yours should probably be a lot more simple, because we have some weird angles on this house where you're kind of just
Yeah.
like a square,
Right. Yeah. I was just curious, but I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited to see it because I have some sort of idea what it looks like.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
right
can't wait
now,
to see it.
like as of the end of day Friday, I don't know what's done right now. But there was a small, like underneath our deck in the back, they had a finished piece. And it looked so good, just in that little section that you could barely see under the deck. It looked so good. So I'm excited to see what the rest is going to be like.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
And they I
Nice.
have to say, like they're out there with a metal bending machine. They're making all of the trim pieces by hand to make sure everything I have is covered well. They're doing a really great job. It's guaranteed roofing. I know it doesn't sound like siding, but guaranteed roofing. And yeah, they're doing really great, and they clean up very nicely at the end of each day. They are
Okay.
putting giant tarps down to collect a lot of the, as they're taking the stuff down,
Great.
to make sure the nails aren't there. They're being very mindful of the
Yeah.
dog and knowing that
Okay.
she's going to be walking around the property.
Wow.
I'm not letting her off leash yet, because I want to wait till they're done and then get, my mother has a metal detector, so she'll be thrilled to come by and search for nails. But, it's hard. It's in the grass. But they're doing, everything that they in their power to make sure we're good. And yeah, everybody's super nice. Yep, they answered 1,000 of my questions.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't account for, and I brought it up to them, and they didn't. They're like, "Yeah, we don't even think of that." As they were removing everything, I noticed a lot of stuff on my walls came down. So anything, like if I didn't think of it, but I would have taken anything off of an exterior wall before that. I went upstairs and my dishes, my 4th generation Italian dishes, were this close to dropping on the floor. And I was like, oh my God, but I got them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
wow.
It's definitely a project.
Okay.
Nothing was broken. Everything is fine. I let them know. I was like, you should give homeowners a heads up. And they're like, yeah, we didn't even think of that. So
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
And if you remember those, the pieces that we put at the top of my entryway, Tara and I found these, they're more about black texture, because we have some other pieces in there that really, we want those to stand out. So these aren't so much to stand out, but to just balance the entryway. And I already lost one because of one falling down. So I was like, take them down. I don't want all 3 of them coming down again. So yeah, it's
Right.
going to be so much fun to show you guys. I can't wait.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Wow.
So did you have some pictures you wanted to show us?
In my hand. So I should have probably scanned them over to you, but let's hope what I can show you through here. So my
Okay.
daughter
I'm gonna
Dexter
just stop right
loves to
now.
take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to take pictures. And I just wanted to share with you some things that she has taken. So let's see. Can you see that, Rebecca?
Move it back a little bit towards you. There you go. Nice.
Yeah,
I gotta know where that is. Look at that sky.
yeah, and the bales of hay. And then,
Oh, look at that guy.
yeah, but
Very nice.
I have to say, she really does capture a lot, and she's so talented with her artwork, and capturing, you know, this great. I believe she probably gets that from me. However, I
Probably.
when I look through the screen of the camera, I don't always find the right angle. So it's very interesting the mindset of how she can see that angle and being an artist and a designer. I don't have that capability. That's just what you do and what other people do as far as graphic design. It kind of fits in this creative field, but you kind of have to stick to your own lane because you can't always cross over. So
Right.
she has the mindset of looking through the screen of a camera, where I don't have that. So a lot of times she's taking my pictures for me, and when I'm working, she's taking pictures of me working. And when I take them versus when she takes them, they're so much better. I just need to leave that up to her. So, Dexter, if you're listening, great job. I'm proud of you.
She really does have an amazing eye. I've seen some of her other nature shots out there, and they're just so great. And you're right.
Yeah,
Like that is a skill, to frame
it
that
is.
photo in the way that she does, and she does it very well.
She does. And I'll get some more photos together of what she's done, taking pictures of flowers and
Mhm.
butterflies, but they're so clear and crisp and beautiful. So, yeah, I'll have to share more. But I had those in my hand, wanted to share with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Cool. Now, this week is supposed to be feeling a little bit more like summer, and I think everyone's going to be rushing to get back indoors with AC.
I
Um,
know. It's going to be different for all of us. If you're not from New England, you have no idea what we've been through for the past several days, weeks, months here. It's just a constant rain. I was starting to worry we weren't going to see the sun ever again. We'd have to all move.
and May, I think, was like record-breaking amount of rain for us. So this week they're going to turn up the humidity, and we're going to have like 90s this week, which is going to be so different.
Right.
But I feel
So,
like we definitely all run indoors to take care of. I mean, for a lot of us, we don't want to be in that level of heat. So, what do you like to do? Like, what indoor places do you love other than Mohican, to get out of the heat?
I don't know, it's really challenging because we don't really have malls to go to anymore. Everything's
No.
outside. So, I guess we all would typically just head to the shore
Mhm.
because it is a tad bit cooler there. But you may not be able to get away from it unless you're in air conditioning. Um,
Right.
but it's not like Arizona either. Arizona's are really hot and warm, so I'll take it. I'll take it. It's better than the snow. I'm tired of shoveling snow.
Yeah. I think for me, there's I could go shop all day. But
Yeah.
like we have the escape rooms in Norwich. That's an event actually that our Thursday networking group, the Northeast Networking Group, is going to be doing a team building event there. So we're going to be going there
Oh,
to solve a
nice.
puzzle. Yeah. So those are fun. And yeah, I guess there's really not a whole lot unless you're going to spend some money.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in stores constantly
hmm
looking for items for clients that it's kind of, I just kind of want to get away from that, you know? So going to the shore, sitting on the beach under umbrella is a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot more calmer for me. My brain goes too much in creative space like Home Goods or
That's
whatever
true.
it may be. I can't stop. I can't shut it off. So I need to go somewhere else with a book in my hand.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. And it's funny for me, like I can go look at decor and get out of my marketing brain. But the
Yeah.
beach, I'll spontaneously combust if I'm out there too long. So
Yeah, I'm not, I don't really like the water though. You won't find me in the water. I can't see the bottom here. And I
right.
don't like the seaweed. And I don't know what's under that water because I can't see the bottom. I'm so a pool girl. But if I would go to Aruba or something to that effect, or even Mexico down there, I was in the water because I could see the bottom. You could
Right.
see if a fish swam by you. There wasn't seaweed that was getting tangled around your legs. Like I can't do that.
Yeah. It is tough. And for me with the salt water, if you think I
Yeah.
burn, just on a regular basis, put me in salt water and then stick me in the sun. It's bad.
Really? Oh
It like
wow.
dries out the skin and I just burn so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, not a beach girl much these days.
Would you sit under an umbrella just to get out or
Yeah, I can, but it gets to a point where you're just like sitting in your own sweat, and I'm like, it
oh
depends on
yeah,
how hot it is. Yeah,
true.
but
I
it
mean
is
for me
excellent
too,
people
but
watch. Yeah,
yes, exactly. I don't know. I just like sitting on there under the umbrella, having a packed lunch. There's just
yeah.
something to it until that seagull comes by and decides he wants to eat with you.
When we were really young, we used to go to Jones Beach all the time, and like I didn't understand when I was younger why I didn't tan. Like because I just always burn. But obviously, we know now it's my skin. But I'm like, I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? My friends are all doing this. They're all getting tan. And we would go down there, and I would get so annoyed when my friends would fall asleep all day because I couldn't. I have a hard time sleeping at the beach, and I would get bored. So then I would start like throwing crust at them, and the seagulls would come in and they
Seagulls.
would get it. Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're awake." Uh, you know. Not like that anymore. We can still go, and I won't throw crust at you.
Okay, thank you.
So, Tara and I have something really fun coming up. As you may or may not realize, next month will be 1 year of Coffee with Creatives. How exciting is that?
Yay.
Yeah. So, what we're going to do is G's Country Barn has decided that we're going to go there and we're going to design a candle for Coffee with Creatives. We're going to narrow it down to a couple different scents, and then you guys get to tell us which one we should pick. So Tara and I, we're going to go in there. We'll make sure everything is recorded so you can see how that goes, and watch for that because you guys get to choose, how we're gonna smell in this next year, I guess. But it'll be a lot of fun, and we're so grateful for everyone that tunes in each week.
Absolutely. We couldn't do it without you. So thank
Yeah.
you for your support always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think some great things are going to come our way as far as, being able to share a little bit more within this next year. I can into more of my design and get into the barn and create for you all so you can see some different things well.
I know it's going to be so much fun. We've had a lot of learning experiences in this first year, and I'm sure we'll do more, even more next year. But yeah, it's exciting, and I know that Alicia, she's one of the owners of G's Country Barn, she's going to make us something pretty epic as far as our candles. She did them for my wedding, actually. They were so amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to pick something out, and then you guys will be able to go get one for yourself.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay. And we also have we had a raffle going for the month of May for tickets to see Sugar as part of the Madonna Place concert series. And let's see, we have one winner here. Actually, it's Shirley.
Oh.
Yeah. We have Shirley and Jesse. So yeah, so we just set those winners. We chose them. So anyone that did enter, thank you so much for entering. And we will send a message out today for the winners.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a fun time.
It'll be a very fun time, and we will obviously take pictures, maybe go live when we're there, but it's for a great cause. So
yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fabulous.
Now, there's going to be more and more noise coming in here because they're getting closer to my window. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. And if you want to close us out. Tara, you want to close us out?
Sure. I just want to thank everybody for being with us this week, and just make sure that you're always smiling. A smile goes a long way. You never know what anyone's going through. There's a lot of people out there that may have something that they're fighting, going through, and your smile just may help them brighten their day. So always be patient and kind. And again, thank you so much for being with us. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.
Absolutely, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.